All right, so we are at Lower Overlook Park on Lake Lanier, right at the dam, Buford Dam. We're gonna go check this out. Here's a little overlook spot here, and there's a little hiking trail that we're gonna do called Laurel Trail. And this, but I don't think this is the start of the trail, but we wanted to go down to the overlook anyway. The Laurel Trail is 4.4 miles. It does follow the river, or the Lake Lanier shoreline, and then kind of cuts in. Not sure. I guess that's just to keep boats traffic to a minimum there. But it's a nice little view here. Lots of people fishing. There's the dam. All right, we're gonna go find. Okay, so we found the Laurel Ridge Trail. We're not gonna do the whole thing. I got the whole family with us, and it's kind of a little later in the afternoon. We didn't have any lunch, but that's okay. There's a portion of it that's behind us, just short, just a little bit, that actually goes down to the bottom of the dam and kind of snakes along the spillway, which is the Chattahoochee River, and then climbs back up. And it's not real steep down in there. It's about 500 foot. So we might just skip that part, because it looks like the rest of that trail kind of snakes through a bunch of residential stuff. It goes on the other side of the road here, and I saw a bunch of residential houses near the trail. So I think we're just going to stick to the lake and go down here and then back out to the car. So yeah, this will be fun. All right, so coming down a little hill. There's a cool little pond here. There was a sign that said "Fishing by worm only." Never seen a sign that said that before. It must be just a... Yep, that tree fell. It's a dead one. So the only thing I can figure is that it's a little pond that's kind of sectioned off, and it's right here from the actual lake. And there's a little creek coming out of it. And so they must... Here's another one of the sign. Oh, by permit only. The sign was the other one was a fair distance away. So it's fishing by permit only. That makes more sense. And it looks like the creek's actually coming in, not going out. So I wonder what kind of permit you would need. It's odd. Huh. Interesting. There's a big mud patch. Go around that. There's lots of blowdown around here that's been pretty old. It's been cleared off. So I'm taking this trail, probably does go down to where that fishing dock is. We'll see. It's middle of winter, so there really isn't any foliage out. There's a cool shot though. This little pond and then Lake Lanier on the other side. And this is a white blaze trail, but looks like somebody had put in some blue blazes here. It's kind of odd because they go out that way too, and there's no trail there. There must have been an old trail at one time. But this all on the other side over here is all kind of residential now. Coming down a little further, we're getting closer to the lake. Actually coming into some ferns. It's nice seeing a little greenery in the middle of January. Check out this moss. This one is cool. All the lichen mixed with the moss, but it's green lichen. It hasn't turned color. It's not moss. Odd. I mean, you can distinctly see that it's different than the fuzzy moss itself. I'm not sure what that is, if it is a type of lichen or not. Most lichen I find is kind of whitish in color.
And this vine.
That vine too.
And this giant brick.
So, interesting. So we're heading down, been out in the woods for a little while, and we're heading back down to the lake portion of the trail. I haven't been doing a whole lot of filming of the trail, just mostly because it's a family outing and there's quite a few people on it, so there isn't anybody on this particular part of the trail in this section, so I thought I'd kind of show you what it is like. It's a nice trail so far. I mean, you know, for basically an urban hiking, this will probably be part of my urban hiking series because we're only 30 miles north of where I live. We're not in Metro Atlanta per se, but
Look at that.
yeah. That trees, all the leaves are dead, but
Oh, look, this is quartz. There's
oh,
a little
okay.
quartz there.
So anyway, we're just north of Metro Atlanta, but I mean, most of the people that come up here and do the hiking here is probably from Atlanta. So I'm not sure if it'll kind of stand alone or be part of the urban hiking experience.
And
We'll see.
a bunch of ferns.
There is a bunch of ferns. Oh, and I can see the lake just off in the distance.
Yeah, me too.
Check out this mushroom tree. Obviously it's a dead standing tree, but it's just covered in mushrooms over halfway up. So we're gonna go check out this, the lake.
You are walking right up.
So, sorry, there was a big group of people. So, and we're back down at the lake. Looks like we're heading up here to the point. Should get a nice view. Oh yeah. Nice viewing area here, a little overlook. Got a little swinging bench and everything. Oh, there's a swimming beach over there. That looks like a big one too.
Yeah.
I think it's a swimming beach. Yeah, it is. So yeah, this place does have some pretty nice overlooks in spots. And I might have to find out what swimming beach that is and try to take the kids there sometime. And we're gonna keep following. And there's the bench. Hi.
Hi.
So we decided that this was the best spot to just kind of turn around on the trail, just kind of dumped out into a big parking lot, and you have to traverse the campground. So yeah, maybe we'll come up and check it out at another time. Looks like this campground's, like I said, only 30 miles from our house. I wouldn't mind coming up and spend the night at it sometime, just as a family, car camping and exploring a little more. So we'll try that. I wanted to catch some of this walking on here along the lake. Hello. And we're back at the little overlook. We didn't go up too far, but it was definitely one of the prettier spots on the hike. I'd really like to come back and actually do the dam, but my wife has kind of exercise-induced asthma, and she does fine on the trails, but she does not do fine on steep trails. And that one is literally straight up and down. I mean, the trail literally just goes down the face of, or the side of the dam. So it's very steep. It's 489 feet elevation in about 1/10 of a mile. It's kind of ridiculously steep. There's just no way around it, though. I mean, it's a dam. It's a pretty little natural beach, actually. What's up, little buddy? Yeah, there's another park at the bottom of the dam that you can drive to also that's actually going to be in our urban hiking series. Because it is part of the Chattahoochee National River Park area, and that's the Beaver Dam spot. So that's the furthest north one of those, I think 13. I think about 13 of them that I want to do for that whole series. We've done 3 of them. So we'll check it out. All right. So we didn't kind of catch this part on the other direction. It's a pretty section, nice and wide, and lots of pine trees, so there's a little bit of color. Pine needles just kind of blanketing the entire area. Kind of a rocky and rooty part of the trail. Just down here, there's kind of an interesting thing. I don't know, I guess the Trail Conservancy here, or whoever maintains this, looks like they had removed or piled up a bunch of rocks on the side for unknown reasons. And yeah, it's a pretty rocky part of the trail there. Anyway, it's right here, and so people have been kind of messing around with it and doing rock stacks on it, and I guess we left an orange or something on it just as a prank. But it's kind of funny looking, so I wanted to catch it on camera. And here it is, right around this bend. It's just kind of funny looking. Yeah, it's right here. So it looks like they had just cleared out a bunch of just loose rocks that just happened to be on the trail and just piled them here. And then people have been kind of doing that. So, oh, look at this cool tree. And we're heading down way out across the road. So we had to come up over that area along the road because this area is temporarily closed as part of the trail, as you can see here. And they detoured you up to the road to get around it. But there's a very good reason why this trail is closed. And that's the reason.
Wow.
A tree took out the bridge.
Wow.
So if you come up here, just so you know, there is a part of the trail that is closed. So we're almost back. Nice little day hike for the family. Finian found this weird tree branch that he wanted to keep. So, of course, I'm having to carry it for him. But, sorry about car noise. We're near the road now and almost to the parking lot. It's a nice trail though, you know, for being so close. There's quite a few people on it, but it's definitely a lot less congested than the trails like right around my house. Those ones are just a lot more accessible to the public, I guess, you know, for locals anyway. You know, don't really have to drive very far to get to them, and in some of the cases from my house I don't even have to drive at all. I can walk. So this one's a little bit more of a drive, and it's kind of cool though, because you do drive along the almost the entirety of the top of Buford Dam. Get in here. Yeah, it's pretty though. Yeah, coming up over this this last little hill, I think, before we get to the parking lot. Beautiful area. So this whole area must just be restricted. Looks like it might be part of the power plant system, the hydroelectric, which makes sense because we're really right next to the dam, where the spillway is. So that's where they would have the turbines. And yep, here's the end of the trail. Back to the parking lot. That was a nice little hike. Hope you guys enjoyed. And as usual, have a grateful day.